Hi, my loves. This is Isabella Sanfilippo from WCHS, and you're listening to the I Love You podcast. So today is a very, very sad day. This is the last full week of school, and this is the last episode of the I Love You podcast being recorded in the studio until next school year. I do plan on recording over the summer, but I need to figure out all the technicalities, so stay tuned. But not recording in the studio isn't the reason why this episode is sad. Today is the last time I will be recording in the studio with Alice. If you guys don't know Alice from my previous radio show, she does the booth and all the technical stuff. She is the behind-the-scenes baddie. That was a tongue twister. And has been my partner in crime from the very beginning. And it is unbelievable how fortunate I was to be able to have her along with me on this journey. I have pestered Alice so many times, and she has always been there for me. When I got this new idea for the podcast, I was extremely worried that Alice wouldn't be there to help me, because that would mean Alice would be recording 2 shows, and I know that's a lot, but Alice was on board right from the get-go, and I appreciated that so much. And I don't think I've thanked you enough, Alice, because none of this would be possible without you. A lot of you may know Alice in person, but if you don't, this is what you need to know. Alice is one of the funniest, kindest, hardest working people I know. She is always up to the challenge, no matter how hard it is. She's not afraid to try new things, and she calls it how she sees it. Alice is honest and adorable and the cutest person ever, and I am so lucky she puts up with me. And I don't know how else to say this, but Alice is literally my favorite celebrity.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go through some of my favorite moments with Alice. At the beginning of the year, I told her that she was my daughter, and she said something to me that I will never forget. She said, "What the hell?" And every time I try to hug Alice, she says, "What are you doing?" And sometimes I even get the occasional, "Get off of me." But as time went on, Alice did let me hug her, and I think she semi-accepted that I am her mother, whether she likes it or not. And Alice has just been my rock throughout this entire process. One of the things I value most about Alice is that she is very, very honest. Alice always tells me how it is, and a lot of people, including myself, sugarcoat things, but Alice just goes for it. And she is literally Simon Cowell, minus what he did to One Direction. Still salty about that. But Alice is like what I aspire to be. And that's what Alice does to people. She inspires them. She always teaches me new things. She taught me how to use all the equipment in the studio. And I just can't say it enough. I am so lucky to be able to have you in my life, Alice, even if it was for only a short year. As Taylor Swift says, it's nice to have a friend, but in my opinion, it's even more nice to have an Alice. Thank you for listening to the I Love You podcast. Send your love to Alice as she goes on her own journey to Princeton. Woo woo! Seriously, thank you so much, Alice. I love you. I'm your host, Isabella Sanfilippo, and remember, I love you.
Oh my God! Oh, come on!